Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to PauperGeddon 2024. This is round 11.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
only one at the end. And we will have a mirror combo. I am your friendly neighborhood Sapo.
And I'm your friendly neighbor as well. I have to tell.
The Alessandro mirror match
Alessandro
here
mirror match.
in the streaming too.
Commenting a combo mirror match. Well,
Yeah.
not exactly a combo, but still two combo decks. We are gonna see Altertron playing against Glee combo.
Yeah.
We are still seeing Glee combo at the most winning decks in this tournament, and that's kind of surprising, at least from my point of view. I wasn't expecting to see
both decks are not so interactive, so I think that who will win the most quick to assemble the combo.
At least in game one. Game two can be a very interesting match because they are likely to play cards like Duras, Nihil Spellbomb, or even Artifactate in case of Broadscale, because Altar is coming off with Golden Foundry or also with Wither Storm of Angry Marauder. But I guess Infinite Life doesn't really matter when your opponent is attacking you with a lizard, which is as big as many life you have. Yeah. So an infinite lizard.
I think that you can gain more life than.
Well, since this is a competitive tournament, a real competitive tournament,
infinite doesn't exist.
Yeah,
you need to
are forced to state how many lives and how many counters and how many tokens you are generating or getting from your combo. So for that reason, if you have a way to combo off at an instant speed, you can eventually overcome your opponent infinite life or infinite damage. So Gleeful can still win through infinite life because, Mirror Retriever is a creature and doesn't have a flash. So
you can activate your combo in the middle of the activation of the other combo, so you can have instant speed interaction.
Yeah. So before dealing damage for the combat step, you can still combo off with Statistically and Broadscale Lizard, thus making your lizard even bigger than it was before you gaining infinite life.
Or, for example, with a meme card that I love a lot, and this is a Tooth Picker Witch. So you can exile all the cards of the opponent of the opponent's library and simply pass the turn to win the game.
Yeah, that's cool. So Glee, because we are talking about the Golgari Glee combo version, not the giant one with Breathing Chrysalis.
Yeah, it's the Golgari. Yeah.
It is more oriented on the combo approach of this deck, and it plays cards like Blood-Red Invoker or the before mentioned Witch. So there are at least two-way or three-way to win when we are comboing off.
Yeah. To the opposite side, we can see David Bianchi. That was a table 3, I think, last turn.
If I remember correctly, table number 2. He played against Gavin Verhey. Yeah. Gavin was playing Mardu Synth, everywhere able to see Gavin playing against Ponza 2 turns earlier.
Yeah.
So Gavin was a bit unlucky. I mean, he faced two very unfavorable matchups, and I suppose he just lost against Altar because.
How many Ponza did you encounter in this tournament? I think that it is the question.
It's a question for our Altertron player.
Yeah. Of course.
So I also like to know which cards are playing the Altertron player. So there is Ancient Stirrings in that deck list, but it is more value oriented with cards like the new Deadly Dispute with Flashback, Vicious Resonance Insight.
Yeah, you can pick the basking Broadscale with the Ancient Stirring. He's colorless.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But you can't pick the statistically. So I think that's not the right choice. We have Malevolent Rumble that is huge for that.
Malevolent I think Rumble that is probably way better compared to different steerings because you are also generating this pawn token.
Yeah. That is an activator to the combo. Is a ramp way to try to activate your combo one turn earlier in the game. I think that's the card that you need to search the combo.
Since there's a lot of interactions with at least 2 good cards that interact with Malevolent Rumble. The card is just very, very good.
Yeah. Let's see what's happening at the table. Throwing their dice.
So seems like Ciriliano with the Glee combo is on the play.
Interesting choices in the sideboard. I just looked the sideboard of Ultratron. I see 2 crop rotations.
Okay, I guess against
pawns. I think yeah.
So 1 green mana
to switch the land for.
But you prefer crop rotation or Tamiyo's safekeeping or a similar effect to counter your opponent land an idle spell, because crop rotation is good because
each spell has his own upside and downside. I think.
Yeah.
It depends by the situation in that you're casting it.
Yeah, because from my point of view. Tamiyo's safekeeping is kind of better because you can protect both your lands and your artifacts, so you can play around even against.
You can side it against all other matchup, like as a protection spell,
But as well, crop rotation has some great upside because it lets you go faster.
Yeah, it permits to assemble your Tron faster. Yeah.
Anyway,
I think that even against Ponza, assemble your Tron 1 or 2 turn earlier is a great move because he has a lot of mana as you, or he can develop a lot of big threats that cost a lot of mana as you. So assembling Tron 1 turn, alter, or 2 turn earlier is a great upside, I think. But it doesn't protect.
It depends.
That's a Glee.
That's already statistically.
Yeah.
Thanks to Malevolent Rumble.
Yeah.
Against an Ultratron player on the draw that doesn't have a very fast start. I mean, turn 1 Ancient Stirrings without having any Ursa land. Turn 1 is kind of slow against.
Yeah. You think that Ultratron can play Malevolent Rumble too?
Yeah, I suppose you can do that, but I don't really like the card in Ultratron at least because okay, so seems like Ultratron was on the play, not on the draw, so probably really relevant in this kind of matchup.
Yeah,
Glee combo is clearly faster to build up the combo because you just need
2 pieces.
2 cards, and you are basically paying only 3 mana in total. If you have played our Malevolent Rumble at least. So, if they have both the Lizard and statistically in the end, hypothetically, they can already combo off right now.
Yeah.
And that is turn 3.
We know that statistically is in the hand due to the Malevolent Rumble, so we are
Dispute.
1 piece to go for assemble the combo, and this deck draws a lot of cards, so it's really easy to achieve that point.
Also, it is really cool here that they play the fetch land from MH3.
Yeah.
Because I just like that kind of land.
Do you like that?
I think they are very strong, but in the current format, you aren't maybe really able to see how much stronger they are. And that's because you already have a lot of powerful lands and also a lot of powerful strategies. I mean, in a format so fast as right now, because if Ponza is played as Tiger 1 deck, you don't really have a lot of time to develop your game plan, so you don't really want to play a lot of tapped lands.
Yeah.
And thus making those lands probably better in blue-based strategy.
Yeah.
Because generally speaking,
you can easily play lands go and discard in the end.
land decks that are able to maximize the advantage from those lands thanks to Brainstorm or Ponder. I also very like Ponder as a card.
I'm not a big fan of Ponder.
Not
I
good.
straihtly prefer Preordain, for example. It depends in which deck, of course. But if I can choose, I prefer to play Preordain.
Yeah, but
I'm really unlucky with Ponder. I always shuffle, so I hate it.
Anyway, I also think that
that's the combo. He's trying.
Oh,
Let's go.
Also, I also think that be able to play a card that more or less works in the same way as Ash Barrens, but you can eventually sacrifice as an evolving wilds later in the game.
Yeah.
Just make this card so much better compared to Ash Barrens in decks not playing any bounce land.
Okay.
Because Ash Barrens was widely played in Pauper for since the print of the card. But it was played only in two kind of decks.
Yeah.
So blue tempo decks with Brainstorm, or mid-range piles with Boros Garrison or Basilica or whatever.
Yeah.
So at this point in this metagame, you don't really want to play a bounce land. And Ash Barrens is not good if you are forced to play the land because it's a colorless land. So you always prefer to fetch with your Ash Barrens to cycle it. And in this case scenario, it's probably just better, I suppose, to not play any bounce land and of course to play this better version of Evolving Wilds.
So in the main way, it's happening a lot of things. He achieved the infinite mana with, by sacrificing the token with the mana ability. So he's trying to infinite mana and only one token.
Okay, they don't
because you sacrifice the token by itself, and it's the glitch lets you generate another token. So
they need another copy of the lizard to generate an infinite amount of Elder Spawn, but
you can.
They don't really
another copy of.
Also another copy of Statistically.
No, you need another copy of Statistically on the same lizard. Because it triggers twice.
That's true.
Yeah, but if you have another glitch, you can put easily on a token and attack. But there's no token without summoning sickness right now, so he cannot attack.
Yeah,
he's lethal on the next round, but Ultratron can be lethal too if it assembles the combo. So he needs to close the match in this round. So he's digging the deck to search the payoff right now.
Well, anyway, I don't think that Ultratron can win in a single turn. I mean, they may have, or maybe they need makeshift munitions. Because without makeshift munition, they need to wait one turn to attack with their golems. Same as Glee combo in this turn, because they have an infinite lizard, but they are missing. They can't attack this turn. So they need to wait one turn, and they need to.
Oh, he passes the turn.
He's passing the turn.
Yeah, he didn't find anything useful.
Oh, that's really unexpected in Ultratron.
Yeah, that's the draw 3 card. With the void
card and generate an Eldrazi Spoon.
Yeah.
And that is a card that I was expecting to see in decks like Flickertron, not in Ultratron. The card is still good because has the void, so you can't counter it with Power Blast, but it is.
And you can take it with the Ancient Steering too, for example.
You can pick it with Ancient Steering.
It's the void.
That's so cool.
That's the void. Cool. Yeah, of course.
Wow. The void is so weird as a mechanic.
Yeah. Wizard Rocket. Oh, okay.
So they have a Wizard Rocket.
Unfathomable. 2 copies of that card in this deck.
Cool. No munitions. But not munition in the main deck, right?
No.
Okay. So they can't.
Nope.
They can't.
Sorry, chat. We're fixing the camera because I think that the players kick the. I accidentally kicked the standing, so please wait 2 minutes later.
It is also cool.
They're going to fix it. And a big up to Quarta Parete to manage in
the streaming.
extreme perfect way this streaming. So after that, I'd like to talk with you. You're wonderful. You're marvelous.
So I think it is also cool to see how the Glee comboed off. But
the card is called Unfathomable Truths. Is a new card for Modern Horizon 3 and
instant speed. It costs
is an
5
instant
mana.
speed. Yeah, it costs 4 mana plus 1 blue mana, and say that you can draw 3 cards.
Yeah, draw 3 cards, generate an Eldrazi spawn.
And generate an Eldrazi spawn, of course.
And in this case scenario, well, they have another 2 creatures, a Mirror Kinsmith and a Mirror Retriever fetched with Kinsmith. But if they weren't able to find them, they were probably gonna lose to broad scale. But right now they can Cham block.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird to see how that lizard is infinite.
Yeah.
If
we remember that in a competitive tournament, infinite doesn't exist. So it is probably 3,000.
yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah, of course. How many dispute effect play the Tron? I think that 4 dispute and nothing else. I think.
No Eviscerators in sight.
No.
Wow.
I'm looking for, but no. I think that he choose to play truths instead of the other copies of the dispute effect.
Yeah,
and it's a strange thing because he plays a lot of artifacts that you can sacrifice with. So strange.
Oh well, if they choose to play Ancient Stirrings. I guess it is the right choice to play.
Yeah, that maybe yes. You can have an advantage card that you can pick with Ancient Stirring. That's nice.
That is something that Altertron was missing.
Yeah.
Because excluding Ichor Wildspring and Mirkinsmith, the deck is more. The deck has more 1-for-1 cards.
Advantage cards.
At least cards that pick only 1 card from your deck. And you can also eventually cast Stirrings when you have, just to say, infinite mana.
Or a lot of mana, a lot of bunch of mana.
You are missing a proper win con. So you can draw your draw spell with Ancient Stirrings, thus making the deck more flexible because you are even then able to find cards that aren't colorless. Just to say, if you need a Pyroblast or Arcane Shaman, depends on the matchup, you can find them with Ancient Stirrings.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, they are continuing to setting up their board, but I think that Glee combo is pretty near to win. Altar combo does not have Altertron, Ashen Altar, does not have the Foundry, so it lacks a lot of points. So and it lacks the second mirror too. I don't know what he has in the end, but
in reality, here you don't need a second copy of Mirror Retriever because you have the Mirror Kinsmith. You can sacrifice.
Oh, I didn't see
the Kinsmith and then the Mirror Retriever to bring back the Kinsmith.
It was mimetized with the Boose the Boose logo. I didn't see it.
Too many colorless creatures.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll say that if we don't know how the Glee combo deck is supposed to win at this point, it is more favorited right now, Altar, because it can generate a relevant amount of Cham blockers. Just think, if Glee combo attacks, Altar block with the Mirror Kinsmith, and next turn Glee attacks again, and Altertron block with Mirror Retriever. By doing that, you can bring back the Mirror Kinsmith
and take the second mirror.
Take the second mirror, and then if you have double Mirror Retriever, you can have 2 free Cham blockers every turn, because if you double block with double Mirror Retriever, both retrievers
return in the hand at the same time. Yeah,
exactly. So and that is the same kind of game plan you have against decks like Dimir Terror because at least in game 1, you are just waiting for Terror to spend all their resources.
That's the altar.
All right, so they can generate. They have an infinite storm count right now, because they can fetch the second Mirror Retriever, go.
What's this?
Wizard's Rocket, the
okay.
promo version.
It's an alternative art that I didn't recognize.
Yeah,
and that's a dispute. Oh no.
Yeah, the Ultratron player has full blinged out deck, all foil, with all alternative arts. Same as the Ashnod's Altar, which is Japanese foil alternative art.
Chat is asking if Rancor doesn't fit in Glee deck. It can fit, but it's useless if you haven't the assembled combo. So I think that's an overkill and does not protect the combo. For example, what is for Gaia's Gift. Gaia's Gift gives +1 a counter +1/+1 and makes the creatures indestructible, gain hexproof and trample. So you can protect the creatures and you can attack too with an evasive ability to wipe your opponent off.
But still, you are going.
But it's a two mana spell, so it's not so optimal in this kind of.
Well, I think that it is probably better to have a non-combat related payoff, because going to the combat it is easier. It is easy only against decks, non-interactive decks that don't play creatures. In this case scenario, you have a lot of creatures, so you probably prefer something like Blood Rat Invoker.
Yeah.
Can you take a look at the Glee deck list?
So 3 copies.
Yeah, they have Blood Rat Invoker.
Yeah, 3 copies of.
I was expecting the Witch. We mentioned it at the starting of this round.
I think that there are a lot of lists, so it depends a lot by the personal taste of each player.
Yeah. Which doesn't really fit my taste, just to say.
No, me too, but no, of course, but it's not the optimal choice in any way.
Yeah, you let your opponent at least one untap step to kill you.
To do something.
If you're playing against.
If you are at 3 life, he end up with a ball in the hand. You die as a clown, for example. It's not.
All right, so we are seeing some game actions, but they don't seem really relevant. And
Glee combo locks for the payoff. The payoff, yeah.
I don't know if they have any cards in hand, or if all the creatures on the battlefield.
So put a counter on there.
Put a counter
He's
on
adapting.
the second wall. It is also interesting to note that they are playing the adapt version of Eternal Witness, because Eternal Witness isn't legal in Pauper.
Unfortunately.
It's not legal yet.
We
are waiting some commander set to bring.
But we bring Gavin to do the event, not to have a huge name, but to negotiate with Wizard. We can release Gavin if they unban Gash and
give us some cool cards. Give back your
things. Eternal Witness and play Melira combo in Pauper. Why not? What can go wrong?
Just downgrade.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge.
Hey.
That's probably
that's
the payoff you're looking for.
Wow. Okay, so sacrifice an artifact land, kill all the opponent creatures, attack.
And the GG.
I wasn't expecting Krark Shaman as a payoff.
That was a closing creature. I really like Krark Shaman in this.
In Jund, Glee is good.
Yeah, in Jund you can play a lot of bridges that are artifact lands that you can use to feed the Krark Shaman or the munitions or the dispute. So I think it's at the double upside. Playing June version of this deck.
Basically, when we are playing artifact decks, certain cards, certain card advantage engine, and certain answers are, I suppose, always good.
I was looking for the Chrysalis, but because I didn't see, but he plays 4 copies, obviously. Of course. What about the sideboard, Alessandro? What about the sideboard?
Alessandro. I think we are gonna see Spellbomb, Duress, and nothing else. I mean,
there's a funny comment for Faku One.
But Altar combos off with the graveyard, so heal Spellbomb. Why don't you want to bring a graveyard 8 card?
Yeah.
Duress, they discard their Duress or the other kind of hands where they can play. And they also have Gorilla Shaman, maybe.
He plays Arms of Father. The Glee combo plays Arms of Father in the sideboard. I think that's...
But Karkalan Shaman and Arms
spicy.
of Father. That's spicy for sure.
Yeah, Karkalan Shaman...
Oh, wait. I guess I get it. Arms of Father is really great against Mardu and Boros Synth.
Yeah.
So you can bring in a card that is able to kill a lot of Glintoes.
Yeah.
And, Glee combo generate a lot of charm blockers, but they don't play any flying creature. So for that reason, Arms of Father could be very, very relevant in that matchup. So what they may... they also have makeshift nations.
Yeah.
No, wait. Yeah, in Glee combo, there's makeshift nation in your main deck, right?
Yeah, that's another payoff, yeah.
Okay. Because they're the John version, not the...
Oh, sorry. I think that I saw the previous list of Glee combo.
Okay.
Because this list does not play the invokers.
The Bloody Right Invoker.
Yeah. I like it.
Makeshift mission is just
I really don't like
but better because so it is kind of weird that bot Glee combo and Goblin combo and
shares a lot of cards.
Altertron plays the same kind of card advantage and payoff.
Yeah.
And
but a different kernel.
Artifact synergies. So artifacts are a matter that so much relevant in Pauper that il Cataclysm that you kind of are forced to play cards like Munitions, Crackling Shaman, and Deadly Dispute.
What kind of interaction can Altertron side in game 2?
Yeah, nice question. I mean, beside there's Giga Draws.
I think that Giga Draws is an option to you.
I don't know. I don't like Giga Draws.
No, I think.
But
no.
If you are playing Altertron against a deck that kill you only through the combat step, why not bring in a Moment's Peace? There's not Moment Peace in that sideboard.
I think that's not the case.
Yeah, but Giga Draws can works as a Moment's Peace in this case.
Yeah. But only for one or two turns.
Yeah, sure.
It's not the...
But
I think that you have, for example, 3 Karkar Shaman or Breath Weapon that you can use to prevent the assembly of the combo. I think that
Well, there's probably...
And Nihil Spellbomb, I think that is useless in this matchup because Glee combo does not pass through the graveyard to assemble and use the combo. I think that a huge upside against Altertron and Mugworts, because that are the other 2 combos of the format.
Yeah, you play around a very specific kind of 8 that usually is supposed to work very well against combo strategies.
Yeah, but you're exposed to removal spell that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. And Pauper is a format that has a lot of removal spells in the field.
Yeah.
So
cards like Snuff Out
for example, that's the worst I think that he can face off.
You know, decks like Azure Tribe or Waltz combo aren't really great when Snuff Out is staple in the metagame.
Yeah,
but right now,
agree.
There is no Dreamer Fairies in this tournament, or at least. There was a last one Dreamer Fairies, I know, that got in day 2, but we weren't able to see a lot of black removal spell in this tournament, and that's kind of surprising, or at least cool to see.
It's a high level of difficulty for Glee combo. And answering the question of Xelor, the payoff of Glee combo is after you made an infinite colorless mana, you can cast simply makeshift munition, and with one of the infinite mana, sacrifice a token to deal 1 damage to a target. The token will return by to the Glee.
Yeah.
For the same mechanism that you use to make infinite mana, the combo, the token will return, so you can deal the same. You can deal infinite damage to any targets, to any target.
So basically, you have an infinite lizard.
You have an infinite recursion
mana
that you can use to do what you want.
Yeah, and then after having infinite mana, instead of sacrificing the Eldrazi spawn to trigger the lizard, you just sacrifice it with makeshift ammunition.
Yeah, that's the way.
Very clever that the card is just the Eldrazi spawn. Very good.
Yeah, when a creature dies, when a creature you control die, you can let an opponent lose 1 life. The Nadia's Nightblade. That is another card that are reprinted in Modern Horizon 3. So I think that it was even.
I think it was something like a card printed in Commander in
a sort of Commander.
Commander deck, and this specific deck list doesn't seem to play it because it is just played in the Golgari list. And in the Jund list, they usually prefer to have a more beat-down approach with everything Chrysalis.
Or you can easily simply attack with huge creatures and
that's the
strike down your
main
opponent.
way to win when your opponent doesn't let you combo off. But in reality, the deck list we are showing you in the streaming doesn't play the everything Chrysalis. They play the MH3 Eternal Witness.
4 copies.
They copy. Oh, okay.
4 copies of Chrysalis.
Okay, so they just weren't able to find it. In the game one.
I say
that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool because you are able now to see how statistically in certain matchups is able to win just by having the combo and announce where to the opponent's charm blocker.
Yeah, Unearth is an ability. It's not a spell, so it's not counterable by regular counter. You can counter with the crab.
With a crab, mirror.
Or by simply Grave Hate, because Unearth is an ability that goes to the stock. So you can activate Unearth, but if your opponent has a relic, for example, and exile your graveyard, Unearth loses his targets, and so the creature does not enter in the battlefield. On the battlefield.
Glee works with even if a creature dying.
It triggers even if a creature is of the opponent that it check all the battlefield. For example, there are a lot of interesting interaction with that you can do with a Accursed Marauder.
Which card is the Accursed Marauder?
The creatures that when enter the battlefield that sacrifice creatures to both players. So when enter the battlefield, you sacrifice itself, and the opponent sacrifice another creatures. And Glee triggers 2 times. So if you have a Glee on the Witness, you can take back the Marauders and do it again.
There's also another cool interaction.
You have 2 mana, infinite edict effect.
No, wait, because
you need 2 mana each time. You need 2 mana each time, but you keep back this the creature and another.
Because the Eternal Witness says whenever you put the tokens on it, so even if it has the adaptability, it says put the tokens +1/+1 counters. On the creature, you can adapt only 1 time because
you can adapt only 1 time. But when you put a +1/+1 counter, you can take back a permanent from your graveyard. So there are a lot of interaction, but I think that they are not so optimal.
It is cool that the Witness works just with +1/+1 counter instead of working with adaptability. And there's also another cool interaction for statistically.
A lot of copies. I think that I love to play the green implement in this deck because you have a lot of other interaction with Witness. If you have the combo assembled with Glee and the Lizard, and you have a Witness, you have a green mana, draw 1 card, put up +1/+1 counter on the witness. You're sacrificing the implement with its own ability, put a counter on the witness, and trigger back to take the implement
that
back.
interaction. Thanks to the chat to point out also the interaction with Chromatic Star, because if you have infinite mana, you also generate infinite color.
Yeah, you can
mana.
switch the color. Yeah.
Exactly. And no, wait. Statistically, says the Chromatic Star. Yeah. And I suppose if you are going off with the lizard again when you have the Chromatic Star.
No, it doesn't trigger. No, you cannot take the Chromatic Star back.
No, wait. You can take it back if you put another copy of Statistically on the Evolution Witness, because you have the lizard.
Yeah, but you have not the sacrificing creatures,
no,
the dying creatures.
No, I mean,
plus
if
the,
you have
the lizard.
if you already have the infinite mana combo, you can fix infinitely your mana and you can also draw your deck.
You can do it. Also, simply using the implement. As
implement.
Spibolo is saying.
I don't know if the implement is good. I just don't wanna take out the bad card box I have in my room out of the under the bed, because I have a lot of cards and they're mixed all together, and it takes a long time to find them.
In the main way, they're building up a lot of stuff on the board. I think that's a good point of the match for Ultratron that has 2 parts and half.
They have the combo.
And they have the combo right now.
Yeah, it is kind of it's kind of properly GG right now. Yeah, I mean, they have just 5 mana. The Glee combo deck, I mean. So even if they combo off, they need too many cards to not die from the opponent infinite amount of golems. And that's just turn 5, so it was very fast here, the Ultratron deck. Anyway, the last combo...
But they cannot win in this specifically turn, so he must make an infinite board and pass the turn.
Yeah.
That let Glee combo another turn to do something.
Yeah, but they don't have cards like Moment's Peace to buy.
If he assembles the combo, he can win on the spot.
Well,
but it's difficult, but it's a possibility.
Okay, let's see.
Why not? Let's see. Yeah.
And another thing I wanted to point out is just another combo with Statistically. If you have a Crackling Shaman and you enchant the Crackling Shaman, and if you sacrifice, just to say, a spawn, to trigger first the Statistically, you are generating a 2/2 shaman, and then you can, if your opponent has a bunch
and if you have the dinosaur that proliferate each time he take a damage with a +1/+1 counter, you can aim an infinite damage with Chain. There are with the +1/+1 counter, there are a lot of stuff that you can do, but
there's a Crackling Shaman able to do
this is karma.
Damage.
This is karma.
Oh wait, if you have dinosaur, you can deal infinite damage with that shaman. Now you still need another card. You are forced to make.
But you need the shaman. You need a dinosaur. Ugly for each. No, it's impossible.
This dinosaur is just so good. Why aren't we playing it?
I cooked a list, but I will let you see in private after the event.
Okay.
No, the deck lists are not open. They will be published after the event ends. I think that we'll wait the top 8, of course.
Yeah. It is very likely to see the top.
That's the key turn of Glee combo. He needs to win on the spot in this turn, but he has nothing on the battlefield that can help right now to do this, to do that.
They can eventually attack with a Writing Chrysalis if they have the
It's
lizard.
a psychological move.
Oh wait. Anyway, it is very hard.
No way.
Play around the infinite golems and also Crackling Shaman. So we are gonna see game 3 with Glee combo on the play.
The Dino Shenanigans sound very ominous. Yeah. Ultratron is a huge deck that needs a incredible setup to be played in a Ponza metagame.
Yeah.
But if you set up and if you do a lot of a bit of slalom, you can perform really, really well. I think that is a deck that doesn't allow to play wrong against. So it's just an error. You are not allowed to do more than 0 error against. An error means that you die.
So we are gonna see if one of those.
This is this issue of the mid-range approach of the combo. Of course, you lose the combo mirror. Yeah.
Okay, so since our players are 8-1-1, if one of those two players lose or are forced to throw this,
he's cut it out from the top 8.
Yeah, they are going to cut out from the top 8.
We want a common planeswalker.
No, we want more.
We already have. They're called emblems.
You have Avenging Hunter.
Avenging Hunter. Goliath Paladin.
Goliath the Mind Sculptor.
Exactly.
But I think we just need to complete the Skoa cycle, because Skoa, the legendary red creature printed in Modern Horizon 3.
Yeah.
It's really
cool.
If
the
you
Fire
like,
Blast Goblin.
That kind. Yeah.
It's a goblin, right?
That's a goblin.
Yeah, that's a goblin. Yeah.
The thing is, what is the name of the Skoa ability? Magnificence? The ability that let you discard a copy of that card.
And produce the effect that is made on the back. Okay. Grandeur.
I really like the concept behind Grandeur as an ability, but it's bad when it was first printed in what was the extension? Future Sight.
Yeah.
And it would be very cool to see the blue version of the Grandeur common creature, the white version, the black version. But I really fear that the blue version will be sort of a gash effect. So, well,
but they printed only that card and nothing else. So,
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Well, if you print a Muldrifter with a legendary Muldrifter with Grandeur, I would be really hyped by it. I mean, Muldrifter used to be a staple.
That's the card you're waiting for. I know that's the card you want.
Yeah, we are forcing Gaiden to print.
He's showing his hand.
He's showing his hand. Durus. Oh wow!
That's wild.
That's wild. Very good.
What's the target here? I think that Kingsmith is the card. This card I take.
You can't discard the Kingsmith with the Durus.
Oh, it's a Durus. Sorry.
Well, you can technically do that if you.
It's not a two size. Oh no.
You can do that if the opponent is very tired and doesn't.
Muldrifter best card in Pauper. Muldrifter best card in MTG. Oh.
Yeah. Very versatile, and it's also very cute. I mean, just a big smiling fish. So let's
playing with some friend that does not play Pauper, and some time ago they play a lot of Modern, and a lot of time ago Muldrifter was played in Elementals. I don't know if he plays until right now, but at this time they say something like there's these creatures. It's called Muldrifter, you know. God, bro, what are you talking about? Really?
Imagine the modern players going for.
This is the wildfire on the user land. That's huge, and that's answering to the sorry. Sucornetto too. That's saying that the downside of the mid-range version that you lose the combo mirror. That's the one of the upside instead, that you have a lot of land interaction, for example, like this, that allows you to produce a land denial effect. I think that's huge. That's really huge. Yeah.
Cool to see that Ultratron is a best card of Pauper.
It's friendship. I agree. I totally agree.
So, Glee tried going for the mana.
Let's go.
Oh.
This is wild.
And
that's a
that's
GG.
game
Wow.
over.
It happens in a moment. We lost. It happened so quick.
I say that Altar wasn't wrong in keeping that because it had every combo piece, but was missing the second land drop, the third land drop, and also
receive opponent's
Glee was
effect.
just so much faster that was able to kill your opponent by turn 5, turn 4. So just a 2-card combo making an infinite creature.
Yeah, he didn't have a single spell. He didn't have he just put 2 lands on the battlefield and search a card with the
I'm
wildfire.
very sorry for the Altar Troll.
Yeah.
Was unlucky.
But
that.
Duress plus Land Denial plus combo turn 4 is really wild. No, turn 3. It ramped with the wildfire. So
Wildfire,
it's huge.
the Glee combo player just went on the curve, played the best card in hand every turn, starting from Duress, Ichor Wellspring, Dispute, Wildfire, and the combo.
Yeah, perfect. It
Yeah,
was a perfect hand.
Perfect game.
That allows him to qualify for the top 8. I think that he's on the top.
So now he's 9-1-1.
9-1.
And yeah, you can...
no, he need to win another one.
No, well, depends on how many draws or perfect score players are out
I'm
there.
not so good at this point of tournaments. I don't even know when I can draw, when I must play. It's a difficult part for me.
The last time I got lucky enough to top it at the PauperGeddon, I got a draw in the first round of the tournament, lost the second one,
and win all the other.
Won all the other matches in the Swiss round, but not the last one because I was likely on the table number 2. So at that point, I was able to split, to draw.
To draw, do an intentional draw,
and enter in the top 8 without any worry. So I suppose they can likely draw the next round, but it is related on how high are in the standings.
Yeah.
So if they are second, third, or well, it depends on when they call the round.
What other players are doing?
On which seat they are.
Is there someone undefeated? Still undefeated?
Someone defeated? I don't think so.
Maybe Gabriele Borghetti. I think that it was undefeated last round.
Borghetti
It depends.
with Wolf's combo.
Yeah,
I saw
Wolf's
him defeating Venditti with Ponza.
Yeah, last round.
Went 10-0 with
huge.
Wolf's Cascade with the combo in the sideboard. And, we can take a look at what's my table or just go watching the players.
If you want to know something about the standings and the pairings, just type rank. No, what is the command? Meta. Just type meta, and you will have that as.
All right. Yep. Okay, so which decks were we able to see until now? And with deck metagame, it is right now. Okay, so
1 round after this, Pepper.
Yeah, there's only 1 round left in the Swiss. Yep. This tournament already went really fast. I wasn't expecting. Well, usually I play this kind of event, so when you play, it's much harder. I mean, you are out there in the wild with people going
with
over
barbarians,
around.
orcs,
very
goblins,
a lot of Goblin Tomb Raider swarming around.
We're talking about the players, of course.
A lot of players going the Naruto run. So just commenting the event is kind of more you chill more compared to playing.
It's less brain intensive
less
at the end of the day.
Less tiring.
This is for sure. Yeah. But I hope you enjoy this part of the event.
No, I didn't really wanted to play an event without knowing perfectly the metagame because I wasn't expecting Ponza as the second most played deck. But also I usually play control decks, or at least I have a better win rate with a control deck.
Yeah, we know. I know.
Yeah, my first PauperGeddon, probably the only one that I was able to place first was I was playing elves.
Oh, I remember with
elves,
the
mono green elves.
Sorry, but I hate that list with the
that was really
the melody in the sideboard.
Yeah,
Please,
I was playing mono
God.
green
God,
with 3 copies of melody, distant melody in the sideboard, alongside Silver Ranger.
You will not have my approval on that list. Sorry,
no,
sorry,
it was
no.
very bad. I mean,
but you won that Geddon, right?
Yeah, because the idea was at that time no one played Karkan Shaman. And
old good time.
Yeah, very good time. Yeah. The most played Master Remol were Electricity and Swirling Sandstorm.
Oh God, yeah.
So alongside my friend Simone Mandrioli, also known as Stefano Mandrilli, we noticed that Else was very good as a mono green deck with Lead Stampede. But against decks like Boros Monarch, Distant Melody was better because it allowed you to draw your sideboard card like Electricity, just making you...
that card needs to play it in the main board, not in the sideboard. Stop it!
So just making you more likely to survive the matchup because the gameplay... the Boros gameplay against Elves was bolting your early game strat and then swarming you with Korsky Fish, Angle and Toke. So we decided to play Melody only in the just in the sideboard for that kind of matchup. In reality, after a couple of years, we figured out that playing both Distant Melody and Lead Stampede in the main deck was the right choice. And, no one copied that Elves list after all.
That's great. But asking to give an answer to this one.
What is the top Pauper player event about? It is an invitational event that you can qualify for by getting in the top 8 of a PauperGeddon in the previous year,
or winning a league, or winning a league, or an Italian Pauper League tournament,
or an international Pauper tournament.
Yeah. So there are a few ways to qualify. What about the backup table? Known? Oh, okay. So I'd like to talk about the conversion rate of the decks.
Yeah.
I'd like to do a special mention to the highest conversion rate of the whole field, that is of slivers.
Sliver. So how many slivers in the
80% of conversion rate. Qualifying 4 decks on 6
out of 6
out
players.
of 6. Yeah.
Well,
pretty all of them all of them qualifying today too. So I think that we need to talk with Mirko and his entire list of decks.
Well, when the two most played decks are Grixis
Platinum,
Affinity,
I know,
and Ponza, Slivers then becomes a really good deck because Slivers is weak against aggro strategies.
Yeah.
They don't have any kind of interaction.
Yeah, they play no removal.
They don't play no removal
at all.
Or maybe they have in their sideboard. So Land Denials is kind of really bad.
Yeah.
And
you have mana
Slivers,
producing creatures.
And Slivers has better creatures. I mean, they can become bigger and they have more creatures. And as the chat are
Mirko, we were talking about we were talking about the highest conversion rate in the decks today. That goes to Slivers. I'd like to show you the face of Mirko. That he has 80%. Come here. It has an 80% of conversion rate, qualifying 4 out of 6. You need to re-elaborate your entire list.
Well,
no, but jokes apart, I think that it can be a pretty choice in a Ponza.
Not in this field.
No, not at all in this particular field, but Ponza is pretty weak against aggro.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. Okay, so we are probably not gonna likely to see slivers played as much as today.
No,
which is kind of disappointing.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd like
my dream that next turn and third table one slivers against something else.
Slivers is gonna winning this PauperGeddon, trust me.
Okay, that's wild.
And I think another conversion that we should point out is the Glee combo conversion.
Yeah.
Because they had something like 7% conversion, where we can see.
Okay, the Glee combo here is the 50%, more than 50. The 50%.
Wow, more than 50% conversation.
Yeah.
So out of, do we have the metagame from yesterday? No.
Yeah.
Maybe.
This is one. This is the metagame.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the metagame.
Yes. Okay. So. What?
Hordes of Blade. No one in the second.
Okay.
In the day 2 for another deck that dies. His Co-Gate, no decks. Boros Synth, no decks. BG Gardens, UB Terror, no deck. So they are they had a really bad conversion rate. Yeah, I know. But slivers 80%. But what do you think about slivers, Saleh?
I like slivers. When I was a child, I bought the Thumb Spiral pre-constructed deck.
No Demon Fairies, no, right.
With the slivers. And as a child, I really enjoyed it. Also, I bought the Salvat Edition pre-constructed decks, and slivers was also there. So I own a lot of white border.
The Pegasus slivers. One. Pretty similar to the Pegasus one, I think.
Yeah,
the white border
Salvat is Pegasus.
Yeah,
in Italian it's called Pegasus Edition.
Wow.
And we should play more slivers in Pauper.
So the familiar is
slivers
got a bad conversion rate. That there are 3 familiars up to over the 20 in the day 1. So he has a really bad. It's the 15%, I think, something like that. Yeah, it's a really bad.
Jeskai, how much good is Jeskai Ephemery right now? Because I know. Okay. All right, the signs we are likely going to see the next round.
So yeah, we will take a little break.
So see you guys
for the last round of the Swiss of the PauperGeddon Spring Edition 2024. See ya.